Well, friends and family of the woman killed in a hit-and-run crash can't say enough good things about the man who helped police catch the driver.
And they tell us Kathleen Benish did all she could to make her hometown of Valparaiso, Nebraska, a better place to live.
Our camera was there as police tested and arrested 35-year-old Justin Ayers to see if he was impaired. He faces charges of motor vehicle homicide, DUI, leaving the scene of an accident, possession of a controlled substance, and reckless driving.
KETV News Watch 7's Nicole Goodrich is live at 75th and Maple with the big story at 6.
Police say Justin Ayers had a blood alcohol level of .154 after hitting Kathleen Benish, forcing her into oncoming traffic. The accident took her life. Now Ayers is jailed, and friends and family are thanking the man who made sure he was caught.
It's going to be hard to recover. I know she'll be greatly missed, and her family will miss her as well.
Those who knew Kathleen Benish are trying to adjust to life without the Valparaiso woman. They say she worked tirelessly between her job in Omaha, setting up for concerts at the CenturyLink Center, and her role at her saddle club.
Anytime it happens, it's total shock. Just know you never know when it's your time. So, but she definitely lived life to the fullest. So.
They say they're glad Justin Ayers is behind bars and thankful for this man, the Good Samaritan who tracked Ayers down.
You know, if he hadn't have been there, they might have never known what had happened or who had done it. So it's very nice to have, I guess, some answers.
Stephen Grasso followed Ayers from the scene after watching the accident. At the time, he didn't know just how bad things were.
But I was thinking to myself, there's no way that anybody could come out of that and not get hurt.
Grasso says when he followed the car, he just wanted to make sure Ayers didn't get away.
I just reacted. I didn't think a lot about it.
Now he has a hard time accepting the praise.
I just hope other people would do the same thing, you know, if they were in the same situation.
But he says he's thinking of Benish's family and what he would say if he ever came across Ayers again.
He probably wouldn't like to hear what I would say, and I'm sure I wouldn't be able to say it on camera.
Teresa Schultz was also injured in the crash. She is recovering at home. Ayers will make his first court appearance Wednesday morning. Reporting live, Nicole Goodrich, KETV News Watch 7.